1890s farmhouse. I'm doing the top plate to the roof member. So the walls, I already went over this. The walls have no insulation in them, so they're doing 3 inches of foam on the outside, and then a water resistant barrier over that, which will be a peel and stick, because they got to stop Mother Nature from coming through the wall. They're going to do drain strip over the top of that in order to get the air movement up off like this to stop. And what they want to do is lift their cladding off the wall, get the rain screen behind there with drain strip, so that Mother Nature doesn't freeze or preheat that foam right away. We want to lift that off because we only get 3 inches of foam. We only get an R15. Then on the roof, what we're doing is we're taking the lookouts out, running that outside 3 inches of foam already past this top plate. And then they got to come in here and they're going to take out their cellulose insulation, and they're going to spray foam in a dam right here, and then 4 inches across the total rafters. They're going to bury the whole entire rafter because this moisture comes this way. Those rafters leak. They'll bleed their moisture. If they ever get moisture on them, they'll bleed that back into the house. So this is an interesting detail. So you never want to create a vapor barrier. They have no vapor barrier on this side. In fact, I know this thing leaks like a sieve because this is these are shiplap joints. That's why they can do this. They have shiplap joints on that. The roof, they're going to do drain strip across the roof to fully vent that, and then they're going to do a metal roof on top of it. And that's how we got this solved for air changes per hour, vapor, moisture, the whole 9 yards, and we did it around the corner. Why that 3 inches of foam? Because they can buy it from Home Depot. But one thing everybody's got to remember is that you have to have 1 inch embedment on a fastener. So we went to a 5-inch screw for their cladding. This is a 1/2 inch for drain strip. It's 10 millimeters, 3 inches of foam, and they can just screw their cladding straight on through. And what nobody tells you or explains to you, you have to have 1 inch embedment right there for that fastener. So how that fastener works, because let's say that this is cement boards hanging out here and it's really heavy. It wants to pull slough off that wall. So you suck this up nice and tight, and they can get by with 5-inch fasteners when this is called cantilevered. All that cladding is cantilevered off and it wants to tip like this. So there you go.